A heavy police presence outside the Joburg High Court and Iran to inaugurate its first nuclear power station. Good morning, I'm Utsi Lesaku. There's a heavy police presence outside the Johannesburg High Court where judgment is expected in the hate speech trial against ANC Youth League President Julius Malema. AfriForum Youth opened a civil case against Malema in the Equality Court after he sang the words Dubule Bunu, which translate to shoot the Boer, at a number of ANC Youth League gatherings. It believed that the words of the song were threatening to minorities and a threat to the safety of Afrikaners and farmers. Internationally renowned advocate Sir Sidney Kentridge will deliver the 12th annual Steve Biko Memorial Lecture at the University of Cape Town this evening. He'll speak on the theme Evil Under the Sun, the death of Steve Biko. Kentridge was the lead counsel representing the Biko family at the inquest into his death in 1977. He also served as the leading lawyer for the defense in a series of other important political cases, including the judicial inquiry into the 1960 Sharpeville massacre. Tabiso Lehoko has more.
Today marks the 34th anniversary of Biko's death in police custody in 1977. Biko was a student leader and later founded the Black Consciousness Movement, which would empower and mobilize much of the black population. Since his death in police custody, he has been called a martyr of the anti-apartheid movement. While living, his writings and activism attempted to empower black people, and he was famous for his slogan, "Black is Beautiful."
National Intelligence Agency Director General Gibson Njenje has denied reports that he's resigned from his post. This after weekend newspapers quoted State Security Ministry spokesperson Brian Dube saying Njenje had resigned. City Press reported that State Security Minister Siyabonga Cwele had asked the head of the Secret Service, Mo Sheikh, and the head of the State Security Agency, Jeff Maqotuka, to quit. Media reports further said they had refused and sought legal advice. According to the Sunday Independent, Njenje, Sheikh and Maqotuka recently complained to President Jacob Zuma about problems in their relationship with Cwele. Njenje's lawyer, Jeff Bortz, elaborates.
According to my client, there have been discussions between him and government regarding a possible alternative position for him in government. Those discussions are not yet finalized, and so at the moment Mr. Njenje remains in his position.
Officials say there might be disruptions to certain services such as ambulance and fire services as hundreds of emergency workers are expected to don tools in the city of Johannesburg today. The South African Municipal Workers Union in the city says about 600 to 700 of its members will protest over allegations of corruption, mismanagement and nepotism against acting chief of the emergency management services, Tsepo Makola. SAMU Regional Secretary Dumisani Langa explains.
All what we are requesting the city is that because of these serious allegations that have been leveled against the acting head of EMS, we are saying let him be suspended and then let him face disciplinary hearing if it happens that the allegations that have been raised against him have got merit.
Scientists say developing an HIV vaccine has been as challenging as developing one for malaria. Rick King from International AIDS Vaccine Initiative says due to the complexity and diversity of the HIV virus, it's been impossible to design a broad vaccine that will match up to HIV. It's taken over 20 years for researchers and scientists to try to develop an HIV vaccine. King was speaking to journalists ahead of the AIDS vaccine conference in Bangkok, Thailand. It's expected that details of tests following the Thai vaccine trial will be made public today at the conference. King says complex vaccine regimens are required to tackle HIV head-on.
We don't really know how best to design a vaccine that has that broad activity. Although there are clues, it's certainly hard. There's another disease that's equivalently challenging in the world, and that's malaria. Very different in biology, of course, but similar in the case of the areas that it infects and the diversity of the epidemic and some of the challenges of attacking it. I would say it's way up there in the difficulty.
And finally, Iran will formally inaugurate its first nuclear power station today, nearly 40 years after work started on the project. The nuclear plant in southern Iran is expected to reach full capacity by the end of the year.